Good morning. Today, we wanted to introduce a new feature with RazorpayX where your account statement will directly sync with your tally. Using this feature, any transaction that you make on RazorpayX will automatically flow into tally, and it will also have a lot of context to it. For example, if it's a vendor payment transaction, it will have details about who the vendor was, what was his bank account number, what was his IFSC code, what was the purpose of the payment, and so on and so forth, so that it is easy for you to reconcile. The best part is that this works with both the current account and the virtual account. So let's jump into how you can use it. With the email that we sent you today, you would also have received a TCP file. Now go to your tally and first and foremost, download the TCP file. My TCP file has been downloaded here. Now what I need to do is that I need to go to properties. I need to go to security, and over here you would see is the file path. I need to copy this file path over here, right? So after I've copied it, I need to go back to tally, click F1, go to TDL and add-on. After this, go to manage local TDLs. Now you remember the file path we had copied? I have already copied and pasted it over here. So just go over here, specify from path, and then copy and paste that path. Once you do that, you would have this TCP file automatically shown in this menu. Click over here and enable it, say yes. And once you've done it, just enter. Now go back to gateway of tally. Now you would see that in the gateway of tally, you have received two new options, right? Go to the RazorpayX settings. Now, the first thing that you need to do is you would need to enable this integration, say yes. Then you would need to give us authentication settings. These are simply the settings based on which we will identify you as a merchant. Go to your RazorpayX account, click on this button on top, and over here you would find your MID, merchant ID, and your email address. Copy this merchant ID and email address. One very important thing, this merchant ID and email address should be of the admin account only. So if you are a finance L1, L2, your email it will not work with your email address. It will have to be the admin email address. An OTP will be sent to this admin email address once a week so that you can authenticate the fact that it is your account, right? So simply copy and paste these two settings over here. Now you would see this setting over here, sync entries from RazorpayX. Sync all transactions from RazorpayX to bank journals, say yes. And if you do not have a vendor payment integration, you can check out the vendor payment. If you already have that, then simply say yes, and you can keep the current settings that you have over there, right? In this demo, I would keep this to no, accept yes, and you would receive an OTP onto your email account. Let me just check my email account for an OTP. I have now received the OTP on my email address. The OTP, I'll just put in over 853-642, and it has been integrated. Now, after integration, we will pop up this screen. What this shows is it will show all your RazorpayX accounts that you have. So for example, if you have a virtual account, it will show the virtual account name, the account number, the type, the IFSC code that you have, and all of those details. Similarly, if you have a current account with RBL or ICICI with RazorpayX, you would also see those, right? You over here need to map it to an existing ledger in Tally. For example, if for your virtual account, you have an existing ledger like I do, this RazorpayX ledger, you simply need to map it to that, or you can create a new one. Very important, the ledger that you select for this particular account is where all the transaction details will flow to. Simply press enter. And now it is set. Now, if you come to RazorpayX and you create a new payout, one thing very interesting happens. Over here, for example, when you create a payout for Ravi Mohan, let's say for this merchant, and let's say it's 1 rupee, you will get these payout purposes over here. This is in addition to the existing payout purpose you might have. But what you will be able to do is basically add a reason behind your payment. For example, whether it is salaries, whether it is meals, whether it is repairs, lodging, whatever be it, right? And when you pass all of these details, if you go back to Tally, I go to RazorpayX bank statement, select the bank account ledger that I've already selected, and you would see all the transactions have passed into it. Now, along with these transactions that you have, we are passing a bunch of detail. What was the purpose of the payout? For example, the purpose of this payout, I had selected payout only. So it will pass that. It will also, for example, right, it will pass those details over here so that you don't have to go ahead and, kind of manually keep asking why you did this. So for example, if you look at this payout link, the purpose was consultancy expenses, right? And the account number and the IFSC code and the payee name are also passed. Now, when you look at this over here, if you go to this from here, you go inside this, you can convert this voucher into a journal entry, a payment entry, or the receipt. So for me, this is a payout, right? So I will create a payment entry against it. And I will say that, listen, this 3 rupees, right, is against, let's say, Ravi Shankar, right? And I do not have Kavita over here. If you wish, you can create one. That's okay, right? And it's on account. It's not against an existing bill, right? And basically, I approve it from here. Now, once you approve it from here, simply accept yes. And that voucher has been posted into your tally, right? So by doing this, you are able to, in real time, not only will all the journal and all the transactions that you've done flow into tally, but you would be very quickly able to categorize them because of 2 reasons. Number one, that we allow you to go inside over here, right? We allow you to go here, for example, and then we give you the purpose, for example, whether it is automobile expense and whatnot. We give you the account number detail and we give you the PNE. And from here itself, you can convert it into the different kind of, whether you want a payment entry, a receipt, or a journal entry from here. By using this, you would be able to make your compliance, your reconciliation at the end of the month for all transactions done via RazorpayX virtual account or current account very simple.